All right, guys, this is the last section, the last week 4 of Chapter 6 Desktop. And the first one, we're entering a bill for 5 spools of monofilament line. That's from a vendor, obviously. So just receive this. We're putting it in as we get it. So it's McCall equipment. Our date has to be adjusted, so we make sure that it will update also when it's due, because it's due on receipt, evidently. There we go. This is monofilament lined. I don't know why it went to that, but it's, I think it's materials. Okay, so we want, so I'm going to put that in here. Oh, goodness. That's not what I want. I'm going to nuke that part. Okay. I'm going to go to items. This is where I should have been. Monofilament line. There we go. And quantity. We want 5 spools as per what it says. There we go. It's covering up my. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got the date. It's 5 of those. It should have updated. There we go. And we are saving and closing that. Okay, the next one, we're entering an invoice for Mariners Park. So we're going right here. And let's go start typing that in. That's already in there, so that's good. This is the 25th, so make sure your date is correct. And we are looking at 5 hours of installation. And we have 7 hours of maintenance. Okay, and let's give them a thank you. And so landscape install and maintenance. Got that in there. Let's make sure everything looks good. 5 and 7, we're good. It extended the price over here. And the date is in there. So we're going to go ahead and hit save and close. Okay, this next one, we need a bill to Rancho Properties for the rent. Okay, so the date on this is the 26th. If it will just let us go. Okay. And what is the rent amount? Copying the February 2022 rent right now. This isn't going to be an item. It should be an expense. Okay. I believe this will be under rent. There we go. I'll make sure we put that in there. All right. And we are good on that. We're saving and closing. Okay, the next one, we got a sale for Maddie Guessford. We paid for by check. 3 hours install and 6 hours of yard care. So on that, we're going to go to customers and we are entering a receipt. It was a check, right? Yeah. Let's put in Maddie. This Maddie Gesford one, it was 127. Let's change the date to reflect that. Okay. Her check that she paid, let's make sure we click on that and then add that. This is 834. And the item was installation. How many? 3 hours of installation. And we've got 6 hours of yard care. All right, so that is good. We need to say thanks and memo. Okay, good on that. So 27th is done. Landscape, oh yeah, let's replace that. Okay, so it caught my error on that. That was the 27th. Yeah, okay, so the 28th, we got to receive payment for full amount due from Irish Spaith. So let's go to receive payments. What's cool about this is it will be able to look up the invoice. So let's look up just I can't spell her name. There we go. So it brings up the ones that we did. And so this is, we're going to take the full amount from her. Okay. The date on this, we got to make sure we get that right. This is the 28th. And she paid with a check, 763. So you should have a spot to put that check number. Oh, here we go. All right, so we've got that, and we're going to say save and new because right after her, we're sitting on a stack of checks. And so the next one in the same deal, and it's already dated the same because we're sitting on these checks, is Exploration Travel. And this one, did we get the full amount? Evidently we did. 1643. This is a check, and okay. I think it's new. Yeah. And Mariners. Okay. And this is also on the 28th because we're sitting there putting in the checks. 3291. As long as people pay the full amount each time, it makes it very easy. So anyway, there's that. Let's close it. So we're done with receiving payments. Now on the 29th, we got to pay all the bills due. So let's go do some paying bills. So this guy right here, we want to pay all the ones due by 131. We could go click on this due on or before, but we can already see the date due right there. So anything due by 131, these are both due prior. So we're fine on that. And print all checks in the queue. Okay. I'm going to copy this check number. It's 1896, just so I've got that once I push these in. And we are obviously doing this with a check. So make sure you change that to check because earlier we had it the other way. We're going to say to be printed. Assign check number. Yeah, so that's what we want is to assign the check number. Printing both. What date? What date? 29th. Almost forgot that. So we're paying those guys. Check number. Okay, so we're just making them sequential. We're saying okay. Knock that out. We're saying done. Okay, so those are done. Now we are depositing all the undeposited funds. If you look on your home screen, you're going to see all the deposits sitting there. So all these guys are going to get deposited. They're an undeposited asset or undeposited funds, which is a temporary, just a spot for them to be in until we put them in. That's everything. Let's go ahead and say okay. They're going to checking, so we're making sure that's right. The date is the correct date. Saving it, closing it. Okay, now we've got some new check figures. So before you go and you start doing your reports, let's look at these check figures. Go to chart of accounts. Should have $45,966.36. That's on. Accounts receivable, $2,030. That looks happy. Accounts payable is still zero. And our Visa is 741.62. We're good. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to walk through the reports in just a second. So for now, we're going to go ahead and save this. This was week 4, and we are good.